Remelations. We're your hosts. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke.
Remelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams. From nightmares to the just plain bizarre, join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle.
This week we have a dream from Carley about pregnancy and twins.
We also have cat naps that have to do with mannequin home decor, aggressive dogs, and deep, crowded pools.
And we have some cat naps about snake yoga, the number 23, and zebra attacks.
We're also reading a dramatic interpretation of a very popular bedtime story. All right, bestie, grab your teddy bear, tuck in, and let's get started. Woo! Okay, I'm here.
Are you here?
I'm here.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. And welcome to you, too.
Thank you so much.
Brooke's currently cracking up because I have this huge blanket I had to put on my shoulders because the temperature currently in my hometown is 0 degrees. And I'm in the basement and the heat's off, so I am like freezing my little tuchus off.
I should just see her though stand up in this huge blanket, and I'm like, "Woo, what's going on?" And I see her wrap. I'm like, "She's got this down. This looks comfy."
I am
Comfy,
now
cozy.
better. I got my blankie. I got my best friend. I got some dreams to share.
Blankies, besties, and bottles of wine. BBB.
That's going to go on a t-shirt. It should. It really should.
I'm ready.
Shall we get this podcast started?
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose.
All right. This is Carley from Milwaukee. It's kind of a
Nice.
short dream, but I thought it's a good discussion piece. And she has some questions, so I thought maybe we could help her suss some stuff out.
Sounds good to me.
So she starts, I'm a 22-year-old female who's been having recurring dreams of having babies. This has been going on for about 1 to 2 years now. I've only ever had a few dreams where I'm pregnant. As for the most part, the dreams are typically me having just delivered and holding the baby in my arms. I'm always in a hospital when I deliver. My brain totally skips the part of the process of pregnancy.
That's
and
okay
pain
to
of
skip that
childbirth.
part.
I was
That's
like,
the best
doesn't
part to
everybody? Doesn't everybody have to skip that? Otherwise, nobody would have more than one kid if they didn't forget that part. Okay. Most recently, I dreamt 2 nights ago that I had twins, a boy and a girl. This was my very first twins dream. So that's basically all she has for her recurring dream. But she's like, why? What does it mean? Do you think it's an inner child thing? Something else? I have always dreamt of being a mother. Even my therapist actually believes that the moment I become a mother, I will heal some parts of myself. I would say that's true because I feel in my soul I'm a nurturing person and come from a household where there was chronic yelling and emotional abuse. I don't know, maybe this is just a pregnancy dream. Like, is it that simple that she just wants to be a mom, but
Yeah.
nothing is really ever what it really is?
No, of course not.
I mean, so if this is just a pregnancy dream, and it could be because she's talking about it with her therapist, and it could just very literally be, I want kids, I've been thinking about it, but if she's coming from that household that didn't have a lot of support, so maybe she's trying to break the cycle, and like her therapist is even telling her, but she's dreamt this for years. It's recurring. So I think she's always meant to be a mom, but I kind of want to know in the dream, this would help me determine like if it's really just like pregnancy related, like how the family is reacting in the dream to these pregnancies, and now why twins is something escalating.
Right.
I thought you might
Perhaps.
have some things to share only because pregnant people sometimes have pregnancy dreams, or even non-pregnant people, you know,
Sure.
twins are involved.
Yeah, I think for Carley, it might have something to do with, like you said, having not the greatest upbringing, feeling like that need, the nurture need that was missed. And so it's manifesting itself in a dream where she gets to be the nurturer. Now it's in her control, so to say. Whereas in the past, it wasn't in her control how she was being treated. So now she's like, well, now this is my house. These are my rules. Look at me. Look at me go. I'm just speculating here. I'm not a psychologist. Anyway.
Did you all of a sudden like get a degree in this?
I'm going to put it next to the other one. This one right here. The one I pointed at last week, I got a second degree this week. Yeah.
She's getting degrees every week now.
It's easy.
She's fast. It's easy.
It's easy.
It takes no time.
As far as the twins thing, I think you're right. Maybe there's a more of a growing need as she's getting older to kind of fill that void or whatever it was in her life to make her feel whole in some way. And it might not have anything to do with having children, because it doesn't sound, if I remember correctly, that she's ready or wants to have a child at this point of her life.
Yes. Yeah. She says she's always known she wants to be a mom, but it's like you're saying, if it's not pregnancy, like what does that mean? Like you mentioned the word growth, and I think I had written that down too. Do these pregnancies equate growth or something in another aspect of her life, like maybe work?
Sure.
Are these promotions or successes she's had and she's really trying to move up? Or it could even be like a new passion that she's interested in. She's just trying to grow personally. But
I've often heard that about pregnancy as a symbol in dreams is it could be the end of a project or the end of something, a goal you're trying to achieve. Because, it's like, it's a very, in real life, it's a very scheduled amount of time for humans.
Yes.
It's about 40 weeks, give or take. But
Mindy's giving us our sex talk.
So when the mommy bird, the stork comes, that never made sense to me. How did your parents ever explain how babies are made to you, or is it something you picked up on your own?
I think I picked it up on my own. Did you ever have like the talk?
No. I think that's our Catholic upbringing. Probably if you don't mention it doesn't happen.
Yeah, because I think my mom talked to me once, like, "You gotten your period yet?" Nope. Okay. And that was it. Like,
that was it.
Not explaining it or anything, just kind of wanting to touch base.
Okay, I'm glad we had that talk, Brookie.
All done.
Now enjoy womanhood.
I do remember my dad having the talk with me when I was a kid about like strangers and you shouldn't be touched. Yeah, that's very important. That's probably the important one. Important. I do remember that, but no sex talk, no period talk. We got that all in our Catholic school, like in those books.
You didn't get the sex talk in there. You got how your body changed sex talk. God, the most uncomfortable lessons of grade school. I remember
because they'd separate the rooms. Did you guys get separated? The girls would go in one room, and I remember. This is terrible, but this is a question I'll remember for the rest of my life. And I shouldn't make fun because we were all learning. Nobody knew any of this stuff. She was brave enough to ask girl in class, asking about tampons, if you had to put one in your butt.
Hey, it was a legitimate question when you're that age.
She is asking. She does not know.
Holes.
None of us knew. There's holes. Are we supposed to put in everything?
Do we fill all the holes?
It's a valid question. All of them? Jesus.
That's too many tampons.
Like strings hanging from your nostrils.
Oh, God. It would help for a bloody nose. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, it's probably been done. I have a feeling that's probably been done.
Just a light day one, of course.
A light, it's just a little one. You got it.
I remember when I was, probably close to middle school, like 5th, 6th grade. I had said to my mom how I started noticing like hair on my armpits. And I remember her looking me dead in the eye and she's like, "Do you have hair anywhere else?" And I look at her and I go,
"She did.
On my head." And that was my sex talk right there. That was
your sex talk. Mine was, "Have you had your period yet?" Nope. And yours was,
"Where else do you have hair?"
Else?
On my head.
On my head. We had the 2 best sex talks ever.
But even now with like my kids, I understand the importance of letting them
Right.
are having these discussions and knowing
Right.
what safe sex is and
Right.
knowing about
It's a different world.
protection and yes, and what's good touches and what's not good touches. And I wish I would have had that as a kid, but it was a different time. But I think going forward,
Yeah.
it's a great conversation to have for parents.
It is. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, but it's very important. Can be uncomfortable for everybody, but
it is uncomfortable. You're right. It's uncomfortable on both ends.
yeah, it's uncomfortable for everybody. Oh my God. That was funny. I did not know that. That you didn't have the sex talk either, but it had to be a Catholic thing. Had to be a Catholic thing.
If you don't talk about it, it must not exist. Just sweep it under that giant Jesus rug.
That giant Jesus. Light that giant Jesus candle. Sweep it under the rug.
Just sweep it right under. Sex? What sex?
I know we went to Catholic school, but were we like just completely in a different world? Did we not see bad things happening? Because bad things had to have happened, right? But like,
right.
I've recently been watching Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
And I'm watching these kids in high school and they're all in the hallways making out. And I'm like, I don't remember seeing like people making out. I mean, it had to happen. Teenagers are having sex, but like, I never saw that. Did you see that in school?
No.
Yeah. And even hearing about high school nowadays, maybe it was different at like the public high schools. But I mean, even out and about, I don't remember seeing like kids hanging off. I mean, maybe
we had those giant Jesus blinders on. We couldn't see anything.
Jesus
blinders. You could get a 2-for-1. Buy a Jesus rug, you get a Jesus blinder.
Yeah,
and then that's how you make your way through life. And then you get to college, you're like, oh shit.
Oh, stuff happens. Stuff is real.
What?
The Jesus rug and the Jesus blinders.
Everyone needs a pair.
In case you can't get it all under the rug, you got to put the blinders on to avoid looking at the rest of it.
It's a Jesus sale.
But it's like all the time. They're either fighting or fucking. Well, so.
And that's how, folks, that's how you get pregnant. Just
that's how you get pregnant. Yeah. But it does go over lots of good topics like that. Getting ready to have sex and
which is
getting prepared, like getting informed, all that stuff. So you need the information, peeps. I don't know how we got here, but we really turned this into a PSA today.
We did. Thank you for joining our podcast. If you don't like what we're saying, you don't have to listen. It's that simple.
Easy solution.
But if you still listen, we love you.
We do. I just wanted to say one more thing about Carley's dream, about the twins. Is that double the stress and confusion, or is that maybe double the success of what's happening in her life? So I feel like we don't really know what's going on.
It's a progression.
Literally
single pregnancies, and then two.
It's a lot. There's that inner conflict, or maybe a decision needs to be made. And you're right. I did look like dreams about twins can mean also like just opposite viewpoints, or a need for balance, or even just bold changes. So like we were saying, maybe she's just going through something.
Yeah, 22, you're still figuring shit out. I mean,
22, come on, you're a baby.
You're feeling it, you're getting it, you're understanding it, but I don't know. I'm speaking from personal experience. I did not know a lot about the world at 22, although I did have my first child by 22. So yeah, I grew up real fast.
You said that so funny. You're like, I didn't know anything, but I did have a kid. Well, you do. You had to grow up real fast.
Yeah, I would get these looks from like the ladies at the grocery store, like, oh, that's your kid? Like, oh, you're so young. Because I look young.
Fuck yourself.
I know, and I hated it. I was like, I just felt like evil old lady eyes, Karen eyes looking at me, and I don't need Karen eyes in my life. That's for sure. Karen eyes need Jesus blinders. Very simple.
Karen eyes, oh my God. We got to somehow, what is it called? Vertically integrate this system. We need the Karens and the Catholics.
They all get
both have the Jesus rugs and the Jesus blinders. They all need them. Should be issued at birth. Are you going to be Catholic? Are your parents Catholic? Okay, here, you'll need this in a few years. Your blinders and your Jesus rug.
Just sweep it under the Jesus rug. Oh my God, I love that for a t-shirt.
Candles.
Well, thank you,
Safe
Brookie, for
sex,
sharing
people.
that.
Well, thank you, Carly. I appreciate it. I need to.
All right,
I need to cool off for a minute.
You're talking all that sexy time. Brooke's getting all sweaty over there.
Woo! I'm getting a little hot and bothered. All right.
Speaking of hot and bothered, I don't know where the segue is going. Speaking of sweaty fun, what are you doing this weekend?
I think I'm going to get sweaty and have some fun somewhere in particular, though. Somewhere very
Bessie,
specific.
if you're in the Chicagoland area or you want to travel to our wonderful city, we are performing a live recording of this podcast. We have been invited by the Dark Matters Podcast Festival. It's going to take place in Elgin, Illinois, February 5th, 6 p.m. Come out and see us. We've been spending all week planning this. Special surprises.
Good.
We've got a merch table. We've got a giveaway. We've got so much fun stuff. So if you can join us, we would love to see you there. You can get all the information and tickets at remelations.com/support. Hey, and if you can't make it, Bestie, there's one other way you can join us. And that's by joining our Sleepover Squad. We're going to be posting our live show on our Sleepover Squad. If you haven't joined the Sleepover Squad yet, you're not going to want to miss this post. So head on over again to remelations.com/support. You can buy tickets for the fest, or you can join our Sleepover Squad and see us there. All right, it's time for cat naps, which means these are listener-submitted dreams.
Naps.
Short, sweet questions, stories, everything. It gets tossed into cat naps. Do you mind if I get started?
Please, and thank you.
All right, I know you're going to love this one, Brooke. I know you're just going to. This will be right up your dark alley. Sounds dirty.
Right up it.
Put it right up your dark alley. Do you need a tampon there?
That's where you put them. Not in the nose, in the dark alley.
This dream comes from Kat, and Kat is from Fort Lauderdale. All right.
Ooh, thanks, Kat.
I had a dream about a large, scary aquarium zoo.
Okay.
I'll say this first. I love animals, but not all the living shit in the ocean. There are some dangerous, scary things out there.
There's some scary, dangerous things on land and air, too. You're not safe no matter where you are, sister. Nope.
She also says, I also rarely dream of water. I was in a giant warehouse, but it was filled with deep water. Like 40 feet. They had all kinds. It's not that deep, but 40 feet. I mean, for a pool or a warehouse, it's pretty deep. It's not ocean.
For just like walking around and you all of a sudden there's just this 40 feet of dark water. That's, alarming.
Yeah, sure, a little bit. The water had all kinds of water creatures. One person was close to the surface and had visited the creatures. And that to me was no thank you.
I'm not getting in there.
It was populated and as cramped as New York City with all the underwater life. It was also kind of dirty. The very bottom was the spookiest and even eerie as I saw a shark casually swimming there. I tried to get to another standing area, and part of the pathway was only a wobbly 2x4 board you had to walk across. And it scared me to death.
I don't like the sound of this.
That's what stood out to me the most. Somehow, towards the end of the dream, I had to get a job there. So I was like, wait, what? What if I accidentally fall off this 2x4 board? Like if I show up to work with less sleep as usual. I'm deathly afraid. I won't be able to move from fear and I'll pass out, sink, or I will fail and I will never recover from the amount of panic I will experience in my new job.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, my question to you, Kat, is what was your job exactly? Is it just observing the water?
Why did you have to walk? Can you just look at it? I mean, I'll do that job.
She had to throw chum in there, like...
and is it... It seemed like people were in the water having a good time.
Yeah, there's a shark and they got along, like, totally fine.
I mean, not all sharks attack people.
Friendly shark?
I get it. There's a fear there. And obviously, the scope of when it's the size of a shark, to me, that means it's a big fear. It's like something out there is really getting at her. So, but you're right. That was right up my dark
The fact
alley.
it was so right up your dark alley, love. But the fact that it was so crowded, like New York City, how there was just a lot of animals and a lot of people, I guess, just mulling around. But thank you, Kat. Although I will not, I don't need to visit your warehouse pool. But thanks for the invite.
No, I don't think I want to go to that pool either.
Good.
Just doesn't. There's something not right about it. It's too crowded.
It's way too crowded.
It's like the city pool in July. You
God.
don't want any business. You don't want any part of that. It's too much. Well, I do have something that might cheer you up.
Perfect.
I'm going to read a catnap, but I'm reading my catnap, my first entry from my own dream journal.
Woohoo.
A la Mindy's guidance. I'm going to read a couple things tonight from my journal.
Oh, I cannot wait. I know you've been telling me, like, you've kind of had a couple little things. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
So I'll read my first one. It's from January 18th. Do you want to know that? You usually say your date, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks ago.
My boyfriend was sleeping on his stomach, and I felt something moving around in the bed. I just knew it was a snake, and it took every ounce of energy not to jump or scream or react. I didn't know what type it was. I felt it slither past me and then saw it slide out from under the covers slowly onto my boyfriend's back. He was sound asleep.
No!
I know. It's like, what do you do? I watched it coil itself up on its back, and it appeared to fall asleep. It looked like a little pyramid on his back with his little tongue flicking. Then I heard it, a soft rattle. Fuck, rattlesnake. I can't move, and I'm praying he doesn't move or wake up. And then I woke up.
Oh, no.
But there's a picture. I wanted to show Mindy my first picture.
First picture. And if you want to see this, you have to join the sleepover squad. Yes.
He's sleeping on his stomach. And the snake's coiled on his back.
Yep, I see it. Oh,
and you see the rattle? It's got a rattle.
It kind of looks like me. He's like in a down dog. Your boy.
Yeah, he is kind
Chad.
of in a down.
He looks kind of like in a down dog.
Midget.
Yeah, no, stick
he's
figure.
In a down dog.
If you can picture. Do whatever he's into, Brooke. I don't know.
Yeah, he likes to, you know how you do goat yoga?
Yeah,
he likes to do snake yoga.
Snake yoga.
Snake yoga.
I'm on the fence with goat yoga, but snake yoga, I'm definitely out of the fence. I am down the block from that.
All in.
Thank you. Well, sticking on the path of animals. Wow, this is like an animal-packed episode.
This is like my dream episode.
It is. Oh, your dream episode. Touche. All right. This one comes from Brandy.
Thanks,
and Brandy's
Brandy.
from Chicago. She starts. I was running from this big white dog.
Okay.
That in my dream, it very much resembled a wolf. After running for what seemed like forever and not getting anywhere, I was so grateful to see someone I knew driving towards me. I thought, thank God. So I jumped in their car and asked them to drive me to the store. When I got to the store, I got out, and there the dog reappeared and started chasing me again.
That dog's got it out for her. Man, they followed the car to the store? What did she do?
He's just like chomps on the bumper and is like...
He's just hanging on.
His little legs are going as fast as he can.
Hopefully it was like a slow road. Its little legs could keep up.
It's not like a highway. Poor little puppy. Yeah, but he sounds evil, so I don't know.
We're like, poor little guy.
He's just trying to bite Brandy. So
sorry, Brandy.
When she got the car, the dog started chasing her again. She says, I ran for a second, and then I was like, fuck it. I am about to turn around and kick the ish out of this dog.
Although I don't like beating animals, I like that she said kicking the ish out of the dog.
When I turned around, it was already so close that it jumped at me.
Oh!
So I threw my forearm into its mouth, and guess what? It ain't have no teeth!
I want that as a t-shirt. It ain't have no teeth.
I was like, get your nasty ass off of me. I woke up laughing. Could you imagine if Brandy actually just like was in that like sleep talking phase and she is laying next to her partner and she actually just sticks her forearm in her partner's mouth and then yells, "Get your nasty ass off me."
You ain't got no teeth.
You ain't got no teeth.
Well, I don't know how to hear that, Brandy. I'm happy to hear that he ain't got no teeth because obviously you kept your arm, I hope.
Yeah, now the dog's just like, instead of like biting onto the bumper, he's just like gumming it. He's like,
he's gumming it. He's like an old man without his dentures. He's just gumming it.
He's just gumming it on the back of the just the little feet going. Phew, that was a close call, Brandy. But thank you for sharing your dream.
Yes, thank you very, very much. Okay, this is another one of mine, and I have another visual.
Yay. Oh,
this is weird, though, so I wanted to show it to you because you know some numbers, so maybe this will mean something to you. I don't know.
Okay.
And again, these aren't necessarily like the most logically written down things, so I'm just reading directly. It says, floating number 23. Oh. Just seeing the number 23 floating around in the ether. No other images or sounds. So there was four of them. I know it's backwards, but they were just floating around like randomly like that.
Interesting.
Weird. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Huh. It's weird, right? Just the number 23. Like that means nothing to me. Like that has no like meaning to me that I'm aware of.
But you could bring it down to the essential number. So 2 plus 5 is 2 plus 3 is 5. So we get to 5. 5 can mean a positive change is coming. And so it's a positive thing. It's like a change, but a positive change. And it can also mean that it's a guiding light for you. It's like, especially that there was a bunch of them floating around, like 23, whatever, 4 of them. Yeah. I'm not going to do all that math because that's not really fun. But I don't know. I think it's a good sign for you. I think it's a movement of positive change. So that's what I think, darling.
Which might be very interesting.
Whether it be in your relationship or your career.
Mm-hmm. Which there are changes in both. So wow, like
yes.
Oh, I'm glad it's good. I need some good.
Yes, you do.
If something bad happens, I'm blaming you. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
Don't. I love you too.
Oh, but that was just January 21st. Okay.
Oh, so that was a recent one. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This next one comes from Tanya, and Tanya's from Duluth, Minnesota.
Thanks for calling, Tanya. I don't know why I was said thanks for calling.
Long-time listener, first-time caller, Tanya here from Duluth.
Hi, Tanya.
Let me tell you about a dream I had today. So my dream last night is I was building lamps. And apparently I needed mannequin parts to build the lamps with.
Obviously.
So I told my husband I was going to Michael's to get mannequin parts. He told me I should dig in the yard because I had burned 2 mannequins in the yard years ago. Why? Are they mannequins? Is it ever really a mannequin?
Do you have to burn them? Why do you burn them?
Well, you don't burn Ouija boards, and you shouldn't burn mannequins. I think that's not... I don't think that's a good sign.
I mean, why can't you just bury them? They're not doing any harm. Or throw them in the garbage.
I woke up and yelled out, "Oh my God, I remember that." So I woke up my husband from my out loud screaming, asking him about it. His response, "Okay, no mannequins in the yard. Go back to sleep, crazy." I love your husband. He's like, "Nope.
Go back to sleep, crazy." That's hilarious.
Well, it's morning and I'm still trying to figure out where the mannequins are. Don't know.
Burnt.
Can't help you with that one.
They're burnt and buried like a serial killer in your yard.
Wait, maybe it is a sign. How old's your house here, Tanya? Do we need to get like a CSI team out there? Maybe do some like ground sonar? Maybe you're just you're sensitive. Are you a sensitive person? Is there something perhaps really buried in your backyard? I wonder if they did do those like ground sonars, would a mannequin probably would look like a human body?
Oh, absolutely. Because I think a sonar just literally goes over and shows like shapes. Right? It's like a sonogram, right? Like when you're pregnant, it just kind of shows like, so if you see a shape of a mannequin, it's going to look like a body.
Tanya, I'd check that out. I would Google your address, find out what's happened there previously, and then let us know.
Now
I would love to hear the end of the story.
We like this kind of story.
Yes, I do.
That can cross-reference the supernatural true crime dream genre we love.
And what kind of lamps are you building? Like, this is a femur lamp? Is this an Ed Gein? This sounds like an Ed Gein living room. Oh, God.
Like a nipple, with a nipple belt.
Yeah.
And skin on the lamp shades and stuff. What?
We figured it out.
This could be darker. This could be darker.
Was Ed Gein from Duluth?
No, he is from Wisconsin, though. So
yeah, of course, it's Wisconsin.
Cold. You got nothing else to do.
Crazy.
I feel like it's Ohio and Florida are like where you hear all of the craziest crime shit.
You got the Pacific Northwest. You got Wisconsin. I don't know. Iowa's pretty quiet.
I don't know.
Chicago, we just get them all the time. We don't even we don't even bat an eye.
Don't even bat an eye. But you don't get an Ed Gein every day of the week.
You don't.
Sounds like maybe she's got an Ed Gein. Maybe she just likes the decorating style.
What decorating style would that be? Human flesh? Modern flesh? Modern flesh.
Modern vulva.
I really enjoy like a modern coastal.
But, human.
But I think modern flesh is the way to go.
Yeah, because you really don't want anything to go to waste. That's what I say. You don't want anything to go to waste. So repurposing it.
As long as it's
like
mannequins and not real human parts, please.
It's like an old barn you use
barn
to
door
decorate.
Sliding.
Barn doors. You're just using some body parts to zhuzh up your place a little bit. It's a nice, easy way to zhuzh it up.
All right. Brooke, darling, do you have another one?
I do. This is a little bit of a shorter one again.
I am loving this episode that they're all like little dreams that you've had since you had your dream journal. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud too. And look how cute it is. And these are like raised.
Pink.
Like
cute.
Pink flowers.
You better bring it when you come here this weekend.
Ooh,
when we have our sleepover, we can just put our dream journals next to our pillows, and then we're gonna stay up and watch movies.
We can wake up in the middle of the night.
We can wake up in the middle of the night and write, and then maybe I'll just write little love notes in yours, and you can write little love notes in mine.
Yes, and then like when we get to that page, we'll be like, oh. This one doesn't have a picture. Sorry.
It's all right.
But it was only a few days later, the 25th.
Okay.
So at a zoo, zebra escapes and starts biting people. Okay, this is weird. This is the second biting dream, and we did not know this was going to happen.
No.
Animals and biting. So, and a zebra, like you don't hear.
I wouldn't think they'd be naturally aggressive little animals.
No, but then Ghostface from Scream movies shows up.
Belong there.
No, but gets up on that zebra, and they ride away. That's it.
This seems like a total you dream. I love it. Brooke, I am so happy.
Makes no sense, but this is the brain of Brooke.
Brooke's
as it's
two
happening.
love horror movies and animals all meld together in her sleepy rest.
I know, but it's weird. It's like some random animal and some random horror movie. I mean, not random, but like if I had to pick, I would never pick Scream and a zebra combination, but that's what came out in my brain.
Well, I mean, they were both black and white, so I get the
black and
connection
white.
there.
Yes, there you go. Yes.
Yep.
I don't know why Ghostface is interested. I don't know how the zebra got out. Maybe they've got this elaborate plan going on behind the scenes. Who knows? who knows? Mindy, I am loving my dream journal. I cannot thank you enough.
So
I mean,
glad.
I should have been doing it for years.
I tell you.
We also have something very exciting happening. We finally have merchandise.
Yes, guys, we're so excited. It's only been like a year in the making, but we finally have merch.
We have great merch, and one of the items is a dream journal that you
Yes,
can
it
purchase.
is.
So just saying, I'm loving it. So I think everyone should give it a try. We also have t-shirts and stickers. We've got your favorite things. We've got our Then I Woke Up logos. We've got our Sweet Dreams bitches. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to want to check out everything. And you just have to go to remelations.com/store. And you'll be able to see all the cool stuff we have now. It's so exciting.
I know. I'm so excited. So it feels so good to finally get that store up. Yeah, I know. It feels really real. Like we're really a podcast.
And we've been working on like the designs and stuff.
Yes.
We've been really going back and forth.
We were Virgos. We had to make sure they were perfect. That's really what it came down to. It took this long because we're Virgos, and we want to give you guys the best damn designs. Thanks to all of our besties who suggested, what to have on t-shirts. We took all that into consideration and we made some really cool merch. So go check it out. And send us a picture. Send us a selfie.
Yeah, we want to see you in the t-shirt or with the sticker or with your dream journal. Oh, and stay tuned. More's coming.
All right. Woo, fun. All right, Brooke, I've got a fun topic today. And so how these topics work when we go back and forth to decide what to talk about on the show. This one literally came to me today as I'm driving, and I thought of this book. And so let me explain this book a little bit to you.
And I don't know this stuff ahead of time, peeps.
No.
So she's always surprising me with this stuff.
We like to keep each other in the dark with our topics, our dreams, because that's what's fun about it, right?
Yeah, it is.
So on June 14th, 2011, there was a 32-page hardcover book published by an author named Adam Mansbach.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was even released, it was so popular virally that it hit Amazon's bestseller list at #1 a month before it was released.
What?
Thanks to the clever viral marketing, and it's described as a children's book for adults.
Okay, I like it. Am I supposed to be guessing what this book is?
Do you have a clue? Okay. The name of the book is Go the Fuck to Sleep. Have you heard of this book before?
I gave this book as a gift last Christmas to my cousin who just had a baby.
Perfect.
And she loved it. So yes, I have. I've never read it though.
Okay, well, we have some fun coming. This is, I think, what every parent, if you're a parent of about 2 to 3 year old, this is your life for a couple years.
Yes.
And it was a satire. So it was written by American author Adam Mansbach. And he had a 3-year-old daughter named Vivian. And so when she was about 3 years old, she would take up to like 4 hours to fall asleep. So many parents understand this drama. It's like I need a glass of water, I need a story, I need another tuck-in, I have to go potty. Like, this encompassed many years of my life. Times 4.
You've lived this.
So one night, he posted on Facebook, and this is what he posted. Look out for my forthcoming children's book, Go the Fuck to Sleep. Just as a joke.
Yeah. Little did he know.
So all of his friends following him responded so enthusiastically to this post that he began actually thinking about it and writing said hypothetical book.
Okay.
So he enlisted one of his friends to beautifully illustrate this book. His name was Ricardo Cortez. And according to Wikipedia, this writing style is of a classic children's bedtime story, but with swear words.
I love it.
I think I should read this to you, actually. When you were having your insomniatic bout, I should have brought you this book. I should have.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for not being there.
We should get it because I still might need it.
So it's a children's book that includes adult language. as commentary on the tricks used by Adam's daughter to avoid having to go to bed. This book was originally scheduled to be released October of 2011. However, by the end of April, the book had hit number 2 on Amazon's bestseller list, and by May 12th, the book was number 1 before it was even released.
Months! Wow.
In the meantime, the publishing date was moved up to June, and the publisher increased its first printing to 150,000 copies. Now, if you've never seen this book before, it's a hardcover children's book. It's illustrated as if it's a children's book. It looks like you would find it just in your Barnes & Noble in the kids section. But
it sure does.
The title on the cover has the letters UC in the word fuck hidden by a full moon. So it is a little bit better. But if you Google it, it's, go the fuck to sleep. But it's got a little moon over the CK. Go the fuck to sleep.
It's got a moon, you guys. It's fine.
It's bedtime.
I'd read this to a child start to finish without editing. I really would. You got to learn sometime, right, people?
It's because you don't have kids.
That's true. You got to, because my kid's going to go to daycare the next day and be like, fuck
that would
you,
be your
fuck
kid.
This, fuck that. That would be my
So
kid.
this book was translated to many other languages because of its popularity. And actually, the audiobook company Audible published an audiobook version of Go to the Fuck to Sleep. And do you know who narrated that version?
Who?
Samuel L. Jackson.
That's tits. That's amazing.
You talk about hashtag, what does Samuel L. Jackson dream?
Hell yeah! I want to know. I want to know.
Sexy
Sammy.
cute cap. Sammy, baby.
Yeah, he's Sammy, baby, with your little hat. Let us know.
Yes. I mean, and his little round glasses. He's the cutest little thing.
He looks
Tell
good.
us. He does.
Oh,
How old is Sammy?
I have no idea. Let me ask Siri.
Let's throw guesses out there first.
Okay.
I'm guessing 67.
I was going to say 60 something. Let's say 65.
Okay. Let's see
Ready?
who's closest. Closest wins. Buys the first round of drinks at the live show.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay.
How old is Samuel L. Jackson?
Samuel L. Jackson is 74 years old.
Whoa!
Did you hear that?
74? He's a good
Yes.
70. Wow. That's my parents' age.
74?
Wow.
That's my parents' age.
That's crazy.
He could be my dad. I need to look
That would
into
be
this
cool.
a little further. I need to take some notes.
maybe
I
he
think
is your
Samuel
dad.
L. Jackson might be. I mean, my dad's the best, but
You might have to take a DNA test. It might be true. Because you are
Samuel L.
the
Jackson was my
palest
dad.
blonde person I ever met. Yes. But damn, if I could only know what Samuel L. Jackson dreams, I would. But
Sam, let us know.
His Sammy, baby. Let us know in your
Baby.
voice. Your voice.
His
I could
voice
fall
is like
asleep to that man's
butter.
voice every goddamn day of my life. Couldn't you?
Please, I should get the audiobook. I
You
know
really
it's-
should. It might
Like
help.
I should get that.
Yeah.
Might help.
So not only did Samuel L. Jackson narrate it, but a Spanish version of the audiobook was narrated by George Lopez, and that was released in 2011. Do you know who LeVar Burton is?
I do. He was in Reading Rainbow and
Yes.
Star Trek.
Yes.
Reading Rainbow.
Rainbow.
I love Reading Rainbow.
He read it as a live stream for a charity event in 2014.
Oh, I bet he sounded good too.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
He's got a
Hop
good
on the
voice.
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm hopping on that Reading Rainbow with LeVar and Samuel. And George can come with too. We're going to ride that rainbow.
Everyone's invited.
To the horizon.
Everyone. To the horizon. You are kidding. This is going to be something else on Sunday.
Also, actor Jennifer Garner read the book for a Vanity Fair, which became popular on YouTube in 2016. So
Okay.
it's kind of a popular thing.
It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a big
Kind
deal.
of a thing. But as a follow-up, Adam also wrote a family-friendly version of the book called Seriously, Just Go to Sleep. It replaced the word fuck with some more G-rated terms
I don't
and
want
words.
that book, but
I get
kids, parents and kids can take his second book. I'll take the first one.
But Adam's writing didn't end there. In 2014, he wrote a sequel called You Have to Fucking Eat. Which agreed.
These are things that parents just have in their head, and
Every
he is just
day
saying
of
it
their lives.
He is just saying it in books. He's just being real honest about things. You're like, you
Yes, I love it.
fucking eat. Just go the fuck to sleep.
As well as a third book called Fuck, Now There's Two of You in 2018.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
So we got the trilogy. Go the fuck to sleep. You have to fucking eat. And fuck, now there's two of you. You could get them as a box set. It's on Amazon for about $30. So if you are looking for that perfect gift for new parents, highly suggest it.
Well, my cousin really liked it, so I'm excited.
Perfect gift. Now I have one more fun thing for our besties. And I sent you a link so we can read this together to our besties to fall asleep tonight. I'll read the title and the author, and then you start reading the first page. Does that work?
Okay, good, because I am not going ahead, because I don't even
Okay, neither. I've not read this yet, so.
Okay.
All right, bestie. This is the world premiere of Remelations. Your besties, Mindy and Brooke, reading Go the Fuck to Sleep. Written by Adam Mansbach, illustrated by Ricardo Cortez.
The cats nestle close to their kittens now. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please go the fuck to sleep.
The windows are dark in the town, child. The whales huddle down in the deep. I'll read you one very last book if you swear you'll go the fuck to sleep.
The eagles who soar through the sky are at rest, and the creatures who crawl, run, and creep. I know you're not thirsty. That's bullshit. Stop lying. Lie the fuck down, my darling, and sleep.
The wind whispers soft through the grass, hun. The field mice, they make not a peep. It's been 38 minutes already. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Go to sleep.
All the kids from daycare are in dreamland. The froggy has made his last leap. Hell no, you can't go to the bathroom. You know where you can go. The fuck to sleep.
The owls fly forth from the treetops. Through the air they soar and they sweep. Hot crimson rage fills my heart, love. For real, shut the fuck up and sleep.
Cubs and the lions are snoring, wrapped in a big snuggly heap. How is it you can do all this other great shit, but you can't lie the fuck down to sleep?
The seeds slumber beneath the earth now, and the crops that the farmers will reap. No more questions. This interview's over. I've got 2 words for you, kid. Fucking sleep.
The tiger reclines in the simmering jungle. The sparrow has silenced her cheep. Fuck your stuffed bear. I'm not getting you shit. Close your eyes. Cut the crap. Sleep.
The flowers doze low in the meadows, and high on the mountains so steep. My life is a failure. I'm a shitty-ass parent. Stop fucking with me, please, and sleep.
The giant pangolins of Madagascar are snoozing as I lie here and openly weep. Sure, fine, whatever, I'll bring you some milk. Who the fuck cares? You're not gonna sleep.
This room is all I can remember. The furniture's crappy and cheap. You win, you escape, you run down the hall as I nod the fuck off and sleep.
Bleary and dazed I awaken to find your eyes shut, so I keep my fingers crossed tight as I tiptoe away and pray that you're fucking asleep.
We're finally watching our movie. Popcorn's in the microwave, beep. Oh shit, god damn it. You've got to be kidding. Come on, go the fuck back to sleep.
The end. That was was a great book.
And that was your dramatic reading of Go the Fuck to Sleep.
And it took every ounce of our being to not lose it during that reading.
We will make sure to put our live video of us reading on the Sleepover Squad for you besties. So check it out.
Yes. And then you can listen to it every night. And
you should.
fall
Oh my
into a
God.
beautiful sleep.
Love it. I love it.
I'm going to have to use that. I think I'll have to use our own recording to
think you
make
might.
myself fall asleep.
I think it's hilarious. And now I have 2 gifts now for my nieces. I know what to get them when their babies are born. Got
You're
it.
good.
I'm going to
You're
buy the
good
box
to go.
set. I'm going to buy the box set.
Yeah, buy the box set. That's 3
Love it.
books. You're good to go.
That's starting off their library, their little child library, very early. And
They need to know the truth about things. I like to give the giving tree, but if I can't, I always go to.
Shel Silverstein.
Go the fuck to sleep.
Dr. Seuss.
You know?
Go the fuck to sleep. All good.
I
all
like
all
it.
classics in my book.
All classics now.
Berenstain Bears.
Just like everybody poops. Everybody poops.
Everyone does poop. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, I remember like sleeping in high school at your house in your bedroom in the loft in like the bunk beds, I guess it was. Your parents never needed to read that to us. I mean, it didn't exist in 1995, but
we were also teenagers, so
I mean, I think I would have appreciated it much more as a teenager than I did probably as a child, but not as much as I do as a parent.
I actually have, it's funny that you mentioned that because I actually have some news about that particular bedroom.
Oh, really? That cute
I
little
know.
bedroom of yours.
I have some mixed feelings about this. So my
What's
parents
that?
go to Arizona for about 2 months each winter. They rent a house down there.
The little
They just
snowbirds
left.
of them. They're cute little retired snowbirds.
Snowbirds. Good for them.
Love it. Yes, absolutely. I'm doing that same shit when I get old.
Sign me up. I'm ready.
Get me
now.
out of the fucking Midwest.
I mean, we have wind chill advisories of like minus 25.
Oh, let's check the
you know,
temperature. When I
whatever.
started recording, it was 0. Let's see what it is now. I'm going to give an update. Beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, 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 beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Weather report. It's still 0. So it's still cold.
It's
It's
does
still
it say
0.
though feels like?
Feels like -7. So
Oh, see?
Eat that.
That's where we are right now. Well, that's why they go to Arizona every
Makes
year. But my dad was like, you know, if you have free time, here's some stuff if you can help around the house, because I help around the house more and more because
oh,
they
right,
can't-
because you got to keep it up while they're
do as
gone.
much-
Makes sense.
Yeah, and you know, he can't get in and out of the attic anymore because it requires like a ladder and like, it's just a small opening in the garage ceiling. So I'm like more than happy to help. But he's like, I need you to prep the middle room. We're gonna paint it. I'm like, middle room? What do you mean middle room? I'm like, my room?
Oh,
I mean, even though, yeah. So
Brooke, you're 42 years old, and now you're upset your parents want to... Is it the same color as when, like, you're in high school?
yes, and this is like
Nice.
the days where you'd have one wall of wallpaper.
And this was circa what year?
94, 3.
Yeah.
93.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I got the one wall of wallpaper that had beautiful, at the time, I thought it was the coolest. It's like a cranberry, kind of a navy, and kind of a green color. And my
Yes,
blinds even matched. And then it
Remember
had,
that.
I did one wall in the cranberry, one in the blue, and one in the green. The carpet was
Oh,
kind of greenish
wow.
blue, and it had the board. Like, I did the whole thing. So it's like, that was like my
That's like a
jam.
kid's
That was, and that's
dream.
where we
Yes.
grew up
We did our
together.
seances.
That was our
we did our
room.
Ouija boards. We've done...
everything. I mean,
Plenty of-
I know
plenty of
it's
sleepovers.
just painting it, but like he's like, can you prep it? And if you have time, you
It's
know,
been
pick out
that
a
way
color.
since 1994. Wow.
Mhm. Even my Swatch phone kind of matched. Mhm.
I was so jealous of that. I was so jealous of that.
That phone was awesome.
Phone in
That
your
was a
room.
big day when I got that. That was like a big
That is
like,
huge.
gift.
Huge.
That was
Yeah.
like big day.
So I understand the heartache you're feeling here, Brooke. But I also understand that room is like going on 30 years
Maybe.
old.
That room might be a little dated.
It
Just
might.
saying.
I mean, it might come back in fashion. I mean, you know how things kind of recycle. You could be okay, but I don't blame your parents.
I don't blame him either, but I just thought I'd share it because we spent so much of our youth in that room.
Gosh. Can you take a picture of this room so we can post it on Instagram and our socials and our Facebook group?
They need to see every wall to understand the coordination and the colors that went into this.
It was meticulously planned by a 14-year-old.
I mean, I was a teenager looking through wallpaper books. Like, I was designing a whole house. Like, my mom would bring home wallpaper books for me, and I'd be like,
this one, cranberry. This is it.
Oh, this one. Oh, and the border. The border.
Oh,
gorgeous.
Yes.
And when this project is finished somewhere down the road, I will send you the after pictures as well.
I think next time I'm in Dubuque, if they hold off, I mean, because they're not going to be back for a couple months, maybe I can get in that room. Maybe we can do like one more picture, one more seance, one more Ouija board session in that room before it's painted.
Yes.
And then it will feel like closure. Absolutely.
I think that's it. We'll both feel better about it, Mindy. I promise.
I feel fine, but I can tell you're a little.
I know you feel fine, but like,
I get it. I felt the same way when my parents sold like my house I grew up in, so I get it. Yeah, it's
right. It's weird.
Yeah,
I mean, my original room. I don't know why they're making me do this to the middle room, as we call it, the one I moved into, because my original room. I also got to, this is an age of wallpaper, people. You have to understand wallpaper was used.
It's coming back. It's coming back in style, Brooke.
There's like one wall.
Just keep it up.
There's always one wall of wallpaper, and then like the 3 painted walls or whatever, and then a border.
Incredible.
So my original room has kitten wallpaper.
Of course it would.
They never made me take that down.
Oh my God. So yes, we're posting these pictures. Beautiful circa 80s, 90s home on the socials. Oh, we're going to post in our Facebook group. If you're not a part of our Facebook group yet, you want to make sure you join that. And you can do that by going to the show notes. There's a link there, or searching in Facebook for Remelations Besties. And that's where you're going to see all these amazing photos. Please, I cannot wait to share this. Brooke, please, you have to give me this picture.
Go over there. We have to make a trip over there and take some pictures tomorrow.
Yes,
we got to get this posted immediately. They have to see.
It'll just be a flood of memories.
Once you see the pictures, you'll remember the different colors. Oh, I know it.
I do recall. So here's a really crazy, funny, awkward story that happened this week. I was working all day doing a bunch of shit, so I didn't have time to eat lunch, so I made the mistake of going to McDonald's.
Yeah. It happens to everyone.
I'm not proud. Okay. Exactly. So I'm like, I just want like a cheeseburger and a small fry. I had nothing too special.
Like something to put in your stomach.
I need something. You know how I drive far to get the kids from school, and it was it was going to be 2 hours before I got home.
And it's cheap.
It's fast. It's cheap. So I go through the drive-thru, order my sandwich and my fries and a drink, and I get to the window, and the guy's like, $7. And I'm like, okay, cool. I hand him a $20 bill. Yes, I'm one of those weird people that still carry cash.
That uses cash.
Sometimes. So I hand him a $20 bill.
Yeah.
This guy's maybe like young 20s, 20.
He's never
20,
seen
21.
cash in his life. He's never seen cash.
So he's like, okay. I wait a second. He opens the window, the little slidey window, hands me my change. It is like a $10 bill and 2 ones and some coins.
Okay.
Now, we talked about how cold it is here in like the Chicago Midwest area. It is not only cold, but extremely windy. So as he hands me my whole stack of money, he lets go before I make contact with said money. And in 0.5 seconds, a $10 bill and 2 ones go flying down the drive-thru.
No! That's not chump change, at least in my book. I'll take $12 any day of the week.
So I'm looking at my empty hand, and I look at the drive-thru guy, and I look at my empty hand, and I look down the drive-thru and I see it quickly flying away at like Mach speed.
Right, it's windy. It's windy.
It is now 1 block away from the drive-up window.
It is now in Dubuque, Iowa.
It is now
2 hours away.
And now there's like 3 cars behind me as well. And I look at him
and you're
again.
like, are you going to give me my $12 back?
And there's a bit of a stare off for a moment here. And he's like,
wow.
Well, can you get it? And I
no, it's in a different state, sir.
I'm like, it's across the street. He's like, I can't see it. He like leans out the window and he like proceeds to try to track this $12. Like,
okay,
his
if you
life
want to
depends
go
on
try
it.
to get it, sir, go ahead across the street and go get it for me then.
So I look at him and I'm like, it's across the street. And I just sit there because I'm like, this ain't my fault. You did not have secure contact of the handoff.
He's used to probably just giving a card and a receipt back. That's got a whole different weight
threw him
than
for a
actual
loop.
money.
I know. I use cash. I'm not a boomer. Gen X. What are we? Gen Millennial Xalinis, ZXY
We
Millennials.
are like on the cusp. We are a cusper. I'm calling it, we're
Micro-
a cusper.
Micro Xers
Gen
or something?
X. Because I don't know, like
Millennial
we're in
Xers?
a couple different subsets. We're kind
we're
of Gen X,
1980.
but we're also millennial, but we're also in that Star Wars subset. There's
don't
like
know.
lots of just different pockets. We are our own thing.
But we're staring at each other at this point. I'm waiting. Because I'm like, what are you
I'm
gonna
not
do?
driving away without that $12.
First of all,
No.
I'm not getting out of my car in a drive-through with multiple cars behind me to chase dollars that are flying at 50-mile-an-hour speeds down the street.
You're not gonna get them. They're gone.
I'm not catching up. That's for sure. And so I look back at him, and he goes, "I'll be right back." And he slowly closes the drive-through window. And so I wait.
Oh my god.
The cars in front of me all get their food. They moved on. Like, window 2 is empty. And I'm just sitting there waiting. I'm like,
You know those cars behind you are like, this
What the fuck?
fucking bitch. What is she doing?
What does she order?
What did
And I was
she
like,
order?
Is this dude, like, going out to chase down these dollars? Because I'm sure the hell not. And I'm
Right.
waiting.
I'm like, I'm fine if he is, but let me know what's happening.
I'm not moving to window 2 till I get a resolution with window 1. That's for damn sure.
You can't. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you in this moment because this is not like you.
It is not
So
like me.
proud of you.
I'm very not confrontational, but I was also like, that's $12.
$12.
Okay, if it's a dollar
I
bill,
feel the same way.
dollar bill, I'm driving on.
Fine.
I don't care. 12?
12?
I've got
No.
issue.
Double digits? I've got
No.
issues. Up to $9, I might be okay. Once it hits
I would not be okay.
at
I would
double
maybe
digits,
get maybe
I don't think
2
I'd be okay with $9.
if I just
I don't
got
think
paid.
I'd be okay with $9 either. I'd be like, where's my fucking $9?
And I think he even dropped the coins on the ground too. I think everything was not a direct handoff. So I've
all
got,
the money
I've got
was gone.
$0 now.
He couldn't even manage to get it in the McDonald House donation.
I'd be fine with
Like-
that. I'd be completely
You're like,
fine
fine,
with
if it's in
donating that.
Fine. I just don't
Fine.
want it floating around in the air.
So after about 3-4 very long minutes of waiting,
That's a long time to
it
just
seemed
sit
like
there
it
and wait.
seemed like that long, at least. The window cracks open again, and it's a new person. It is a man, maybe 25 or 26, the manager.
Oh, so an older gentleman.
The manager. And he goes, and this is the part that pissed me off. He goes, "Ma'am." First of all, he called me ma'am.
Nope. I'm already upset.
I'm already mad. He goes, "Ma'am,
I'm already upset.
ma'am, we can't actually do this because the money was in your hand, but I'm going to go
No.
ahead and give you that $12 back." And I look
Oh,
at him
really?
and I nod and I say, "Wow, Thank you so much. Because in my mind, I'm like, so my question is, did that first guy really tell him I had it in my hand and let go?
Because you did not.
Because I did not. It was not a clean handoff. It was a fumble.
Like, let's just throw it up in the air.
Why not? I love throwing money away.
I just want to see if it blows back in my window. It's fun.
I love rolling around in money in my car.
Love my $12.
Okay, thanks. And I drove along to window 2, got my sandwich.
What is the point in even saying that? That is like such a snarky.
It's McDonald's.
It's like, we can't do this because you can't. I'm going to do it for you. How about you say,
thanks, bud.
So sorry this happened to you. We're happy to take care of this for you. Thank you.
No, he blamed me.
Please come again.
For a shitty handoff.
No, he's like, you let go of it. It's your fault, but we're still going to like be the... No, go fuck yourself. And I have a book for you to read. It's called Go Fuck Yourself, McDonald's. No, just kidding. McDonald's, if you want to sponsor us, we love you.
And thank you for my $12. But it was like one of those like slow motion things where if I was like a film director, it's like camera on me, looking at the camera on the employee, looking down the drive-through, looking at each other, and then just like a standoff.
This is intense. This is a
like
lot
it should have had like Western music.
I don't.
I won.
You like tip your hat. It's just a lot of eyes. Close up of eyes.
Very close up the eyes.
And the money, like slow motion float.
Right past 2 cars.
I'm directing this in my brain right now. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing it.
And then you cut to the people in the cars whose money is just flying through the air past their car. Are probably like, what?
And then I'm like, it's one of those money machines. Everyone behind you jumps out and starts like grabbing at the money, flying through.
And then at the end, at the very, very end scene, Brooke, someone who's in need of that $12 picks it up, buys himself a hot cheeseburger.
I hope so.
I really hope that's where the $12 went.
$12 went
McDonald's.
somewhere, and it's going to be used for something. And that's all we can say. It went somewhere and will be used for something.
Well, that was my day.
Well, yours was a lot more interesting.
I loved your story, though, too.
You know what? You have some great drive-through stories, I feel like. Didn't you have a dream, too? Didn't you have a dream once about a drive-through?
Probably. I have so many I can't remember.
You're like,
although I'm in a lull. I need a new journal. I haven't got one yet. So I'm going to have to order one from our new merch store.
Get our merch. Merch. We'll make a song for you. I don't know what rhymes with merch.
Boo. Love you, boo.
Yes, that's it. Mindy writes the song. She's the songwriter.
That's true. I always have been the songwriter of our relationship. You will do the choreography and I do the songwriting. It's a perfect blend.
It's a good team.
It's a good team. All right, bestie. If you'd laugh just a little bit or smile just like the crick of your mouth just came up just a smidge, we want you to do us one little tiny itty-bitty favor. And that's to tell your best friend about the podcast. Actually, if you look at your player, your app right now, there's a little thing that looks like a V, like a less than sign, and you hit that, it says share. And what you can do is just click that and text your favorite pregnant friend. You can text your favorite gumless dog owner or your favorite McDonald's employee about the podcast. Because that's how we grow. That's how we continue coming back to you each and every week with these amazing stories, these amazing dreams, and we would love you for it. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everyone who submitted dreams and catnaps. Thank you so much, Carley. Your dream was A lot to ponder. Thank you for submitting that. And also, again, to everyone who submitted catnips, keep them coming. They're always good, and we always want more. We always want to read more from you.
All right, bestie. You might want to rewind this podcast about, 20 minutes and put on that go the fuck to sleep, because that's what time it is now. You may be feeling sleepy. You may want one more glass of milk. But you know what? Go the fuck to sleep, bestie.
Go the fuck to sleep.
And until next week, sweet
dreams, bitches.
bitches.
Drop the mic.